It's a buzz. A different kind of buzz. An exciting kind of buzz. From the court on campus to a beach near you. One net, one ball, game on. All sorts. From all over. A melting pot of good people. And one shared language. Serve, pass, set, spike. Big characters, big moments, bigger smiles. There's nothing really like it. Bold, competitive fun. And a welcome for everyone. Volleyball. Feel the buzz.
If you have the words, there's always a chance you'll find the way. Seamus Heaney. The Irish are great wordsmiths. From world-famous poets to songwriters to authors. Our chosen words will connect the present with our heritage. National team players devise their vision for how they perform. Díogras, Brodúil, Tiamanta, Loidir, Bachlitcha. This mission statement is emboldened across our uniform. With Ogham, the first written language of Ireland, connecting our heritage with our now.
welcome to the opening day of the grand final. We are here in the Sport Island Arena. My name is Erika Fatini, under 18 national coach of the girls, and here is the school cup final. That's a senior competition for the school, and two teams made it till here, and it's Coláiste Muire and Rockford Manor. It's gonna be a great match, great talent showcase today, and we just can't wait for our first serve. First serve now, it's for Coláiste Muire and captain Eva O'Connor. And let's begin. First serve, nice pass, number 14, and great spike, well defended by Sofia Lynch. And Carla Ortiz for the spike, another great defense by number 14 there. And score by number 11 there, it's captain Maria Wamaka. And now number 2, Martina Ficorella on the serve. So here it's good pass by Urini and a nice spike by number 9, Sarah Cosgrove. And now for the baseline, it's Carla Ortiz. That's a player that can do amazing things. She has been seen playing in the Premier competition of the National League, and as you can see, she already scored the first point of the match. It's not gonna be easy today for Coláiste. This is it's a good final. There's a lot of foreigner students in Rockford Manor too that they have great skill. And as you can see, number 13 here, Chiara Morandini, I'd say probably Italian, if I read it right, scored a nice point off the hands of the block. Coláiste Muire comes to this final winning 3 out of 4 competition this year, and they're looking for the poker. So that's a pass for Sofia. And a good defense there. Number 14, I think, is another Italian on court there. Yeah, Matilde Rossi, but no can do this time, and that's a great spike. Now you have Nadia Molele serving, player number 6. It's a good, strong, long. Matilde's just delivered it nicely. Now a great soft tip there from number 12, Marie. And number 11 to the serve. It's an even score for the moment. The referee now is warning player number 13 to keep her hand down to avoid a screening fault. And that's good pass, going through the middle. Well defended now. It's a free ball back to Coláiste. Pass by Carlas. Sophie Lynch for the spike. Touch off the block. And correctly called by Dave Dalton is a double. That's a volley that goes over the net, but it's not a clean touch. So Dave will be pretty strict on those. as if I know Dave, but it'll be fair. Now it's another great pass from Matilde, and another we've seen doing this shot, but this time Sofia reads it and pick it, and that goes for the spike, and out down the cross. And number 3, keep, goes to serve now. 4-4. It's going to be tight. I can see great talent both sides of the court, so it's going to be a nice show to watch. Pass from Sofia, go to the middle, and defended. Another soft roll, picked up by Carla now. Sofia then again, go for a soft tip, but now this time finds the net. Probably a bit of nerve there. Sophia Lynch normally plays in the libero position for the under-20 national team, but of course she can do school competition. She can also be an outside hitter. And correctly judged by the referee, that ball was in, and a great serve from number 13 that now decides 2-point lead for Rockford Manor. Now it's another great serve. Carla for the pass, not precise this time. It's a free ball and it's out. Now number 13 again, another strong serve, very strong. Sofia picks it up, a bit of misunderstanding between the libero and the set. A great swing, Matilde great, puts a nice defense there, and a tip, but is a net touch by Marie. By Marie, just she saves the ball, but she doesn't stop her jump on time before landing. So that's point for Coláiste. Sofia to the serve. She has a nice jump float serve. So let's see what she can do. And that's an ace for her. Like it's number 14 probably thinking would have been out. Should have taken it or not? We can't tell now. But she has another ball to show how good she is, and she's a good libero for what I can see so far. And Sofia back to another serve. And the net this time. Bit slow of a toss, just brings the ball down just enough to hit the net. And now Marie is taking the baseline. We've seen her with great attack on the front court. Now we see her serve. That's a good one. Carla gives perfect pass. Now go for the swing, which is touch and in court. And now it's Lauren Lecornon serving. That's the middle for Coláiste. It's a good top spin, lands right on the line. It's an hybrid serve, and I mean that. It's an hybrid because she does the approach for the jump float, but then she does a top spin touch, and it's very hard to receive. You can also see now this similar serve, and now didn't get out the top spin part. It was more floating, and you can see the bench of Coláiste with very nice cheering for the aces. They are bullying into each other and they're rolling on the floor. That's great to see. Not many supporters from Coláiste, of course. It's a school that's come from County Clare, so not easy to bring people from 3 hours drive up to Dublin, and a lot of great supporters for Rockford Manor, more local, and it's good to see. We want to see more supporters on the stand over those 3 days, and this is a perfect opening match. Now, Lauren Lecornon has brought back Coláiste even and more 10 points up. So now for the swing, number 8, And 8-8, but this number 8 Carla has killed the line. And timeout for Rockford Manor.
It's Coláiste leading in the first set, 11 points to 8.
Back in court now, still Lauren O'Connor, see if she can deliver after timeout, and she can, and she actually exceeds. So, and you can see number 1 Jessica bowling down all the bench player. So you'd see sometimes the players, even a higher level, call them out, and then their serve is not as strong. Probably jinx it now because Lauren did a great first serve after timeout, but then she breaks her streak now with a serve on the net. But fair play to her, brings back Coláiste in the game with a score of 12-8. Now it's Rockford Manor chasing. No, it's Valera Fernandez to the serve. Great serve, but even better pass. Tip from Nadia, and a swing from number 8, Caterina Montesi. Back to number 8 here, but great defense by Valeria, and another good defense covering that tip by number 9, Sarah Cosgrove. Tip for tip, going back, Sofia taking that one, and Nadia goes for the kill off the block and point. It's great to see such a young team playing with their middles. Normally to play with the middle, of course, you need a consistent receive or defense. And it's great to see that Coláiste is able to do that. I'm quite sure that Rockford Manor will grow into it as well. And now Eva, back to the first server. Eva with a great serve, but good pass, another touch from Rockford Manor middle through the block, and then number 8 off the block hands out. And then pass a bit off the net, force Rockford Manor to a free ball, but not a free ball because it's exactly where the setter was coming from the backcourt. Now off the block, picked by Carla, and tries the saver in it, but off the antenna. Now, Martina Ficorella to the serve, well received by Sophie Lynch. Now Carla, ball a bit off her like, but still managed a great swing. And another free ball, going to the middle, playing a bit of a high ball to the middle, but effective. Now it's a touch of the block, taken by the setter, good. And then Sophie, of course, she knows that if Turks take the ball, normally she would set, and she did. And now it's a tip, but also a net touch by Sarah. That gives another serve to Martina. She has a very consistent, good floating serve. Very hard, and now force Rini off the net, and then Coláiste all together to a free ball. But those are the nasty free ball we want to see. You know, young athletes, you don't know where to put that third touch. You have to save it, just winging down to position 1. Because especially if the team is playing a 5-1 rotation, you either find a setter or an opposite. And that's Carla to the serve, very powerful. Number 12 put on offense there. Another gives a good, powerful spike, unable Coláiste to keep that ball in play. And fair plays to the front court hitter of Rockford Manor to save the situation on an out-of-system ball. Katerina to the serve, net roller there, but Sofia good guard down to the opposite. Good spike, but I would say the Rockford Manor libero is really, really good, so no problem for there. And now Sofia down long in 6 deep, and that will be very common. So as you can see, if you consider a play now, you would see the positioning of number 8 very advanced, and it's common in youth teams, which leaves all that long court in 6 uncovered and very hard to defend. And on a score of 16-10, the middle for Coláiste Nadia goes to the serve. It's a good receive by the captain. And this time number 12 can't fix the situation and finds the net, but good attempt to save the ball. And that gives Coláiste and Nadia another serve. And so we said this is a senior cup competition for the school, and a great point by Laura Connor of the blog. Normally a senior competition, it means that cup competition, it means that you can bring players of different ages, so they don't have to be only in 5th or 6th years. So there are some players that are very young in Coláiste's team. They're 2010. But as well as 2007. So you could have players from being 18 until down to being 16 playing on court, and I'm quite sure Rockford Manor is in the same position. So you can see who's a bit more advanced, who's more confident, I've seen some of those players on warm-up attempting jump float serve, but then now when they have to serve on court, just feet on the ground. And because they're building their confidence, but it's great to see their improvement and also their conscious, their awareness of their game. So they go on court and they are very conscious of what they can do and what they cannot. Now we have a substitution, and that is going to make Coláiste's team very strong, even if they don't need this substitution. So you have Fatima Sanchez, another player of the national team, taking the serve. Normally she has a very, very powerful serve, but the libero of Rockford Manor puts a great receive there, and unfortunately number 13 can't make the most of this receive, finds the net, and another serve for Fatima there. And you could see also different strategies on the both teams. And I mean that because it is a senior competition, and for some of the players in 6th year, it might be their last competition they play at youth level. You could find a coach that decides, you know what, we want to play our 6th year because, yes, we want to win, but we also want to give them the chance to play. Or there are coaches that just say, I don't mind, I just go for my strongest team. I don't have the information of the coaches. It'd be nice to know. I kind of have some insight on what Coláiste might not do. And probably that's also the reason why we haven't seen Fatima from the start. She has another year in high school. So she has a lot more competition to play. But now, 2011, can she bring it till the end? And you can see straight away from her looking at the other side, something has changed at Rockford Manor way of receiving. And she was looking at the other side, say, okay, well, I'm going to serve. And now we're talking about a player that has under 20 national experience. So she will be that type of player that look at the serving, at the receiving side and say, okay, where can I score my point? And also, she plays at Premier level with the National League in her club. And here, going through the middle finds that spot, not such powerful, but precise. So Lauren, she knows that she can go down to that corner and find an empty spot, especially with a spike that's not as powerful. Sometimes setters that just tend to go in too early, forget the defense, leave the team to defend for them, but they're not just ready. And it can happen. That's a good spike and great defense by Carla. Now Sofia for the swing. She's found her sweet spot there down in 6. We have seen Sofia at the beginning of this match with some in some trouble, just trying to find the court and find her swing. As we said, she normally plays as a libero, so it would be normal that she took the first set to figure it out how long the court is. Now serves out for Fatima, and double substitution comes in for Coláiste. So we have a change of setter, Ivona for Eva. And Ivona, another young student, we're speaking 2009, and Kala for Sofia. Kala 2008 for Sofia 2008. Sofia being at her last year in high school, so she's leaving cert. Kala being on 5th year. And as I said, there's space for everyone, and especially with the score 22-11. I think the coach of Coláiste feels pretty confident on putting in the sub. Now, as you can see, that wasn't the greatest play, but point's a point, so it's good for celebrating. And it's normal, you know, you're a young setter, you go in and you want to do well. The first ball might not happen, but I'm sure Ivana will grow into it. And now Kala from the baseline down to the net. And serve for Marie. She has a strong serve, we've seen it before, so let's see if the receive of Coláiste holds up, like has been holding up so far. Now it's 2 points to the win of the first set. And yeah, that's really even a great pass. Again, down to the middle, and even a better spike with a great angle. And player a bit under the net, able to fix her positioning with her swing. And I can only think if she was like 10 centimeters a bit off the net, how powerful that swing could have been. Because of course she has to diminish a bit of power to find the court. But that was a great angle. And now Lauren O'Connor from the baseline. She's been probably the top scorer so far because she has brought back Coláiste after a rocky start, and she finished the set with an ace. So it's going to be a great first set for Lauren, and let's hope to see more of her on the next set, and let's hope to see more of Rockford Manor. I can see Rockford Manor has all the cards to put up a great fight, and that's what we want to see, a great fight. And as we said, that's only the first match of a 3 days thrilling weekend. We have finals, over finals, and over finals, with the 2 premier matches playing tomorrow. Oh, they are going to the dance cam. I have to ask for the dance cam. Where is the dance cam? No, everybody's dancing. You can't see. Yes, you can see. You can see. So stand up from your sofas or office chairs, because I know that a lot of parents today are following us. Instead of working, they're probably just sneaking out of on your tabs between your laptop. Stand off your chair and dance a bit of Macarena. Let all your office dance the Macarena with us. And I was forced by the DJ to dance Macarena myself, but thankfully nobody can see. So wherever you are, join us, dance, have fun, and watch great volleyball. So tonight, so this is the first match of the day, then we're gonna have a small break, but at 7:30 tonight we are back on with another great match. I see there are some comments from people watching from Italy, and grazie per I commenti. I believe, looking at the names, are probably support of Rockford Manor, because I don't remember any Italian player on Coláiste, so I believe that the comment we see are all for Rockford Manor. And we see the Coláiste player in front of the camp dancing, but it's time to go back and play some volleyball. I said it at the cup final, talking with Melissa, the head coach for the beach volleyball. I normally do not like much the dancing, because I think that brings out of focus. But on a school competition, I don't mind that. When it comes to senior competition, you really have to be a very strong player and mentally focused, that even if you dance, you don't lose your concentration that you have to put on the game. But at youth level, it brings a lot of joy. So great for them. See what they can do now. Great jump float serve by the new one, number 1. And free ball after a great spike for Fatima. And great wing by number 8. So Carla now to the serve. Floating serve, very powerful. Overpass, but well played by number 2, fighting Nadia on the net and then scoring this point. And now number 2 going to the serve. So Martina Ficorella, again, the baseline. Oh, that's a good pass, good serve as well. And Fajima, too long, doesn't spin the ball. Again, we've seen it at the beginning of the first set. You take the court, and especially in a new hole, it's a big goal. I'm quite sure that both teams, they don't have such a big court to play in, so it might take a couple of swings to find the court. So I'm quite sure she's gonna go back as strong as she can. Now Sofia for the swing, and that's a nice cross where nobody is. We see number 14, Matilde, taking a lot of court and taking a lot of responsibility here on the backcourt of Rockford Manor. But of course, it uncovered some of the angles, but that was a great angle for Sofia. And a good pass, good set. Just out of measure for Chiara. Roma need a bit more of power. And gives another serve to Nadia. Now Nadia to the serve, scoring a nice ace. And go for another serve. Score of 3-2. That's a good pass for Maria there. Great off the block, but well defended by Eva. And now Fatima try to close the shot to find the court, but the block of Chiara and Maria was there, nice tight, and left no holes to go through. And that's a very good, powerful serve, received by Carla, but out of measure there, so it's a free ball. Rockford Manor to the opposite. We've seen a different libero now. That's Giulia. Actually, that's an Italian player for Coláiste, which is Giulia Montini. And now Dave calls a lift on the set. It was held a bit by the setter. As I said, Dave is going to be very fair and strict at the same time. And I can say he was right on this case, but I can understand that maybe they haven't been called those type of fault before. But now we have the best referee, we have an amazing court, and this is gonna be treated as a grand final should be treated. We have to raise the standard. And here Fatima for a great serve. Down the net though, I think she went a bit too far off the baseline where she normally would start her serve from. And probably that's why she found the net instead of the court. And now Maria for Rockford Manor. And a good pass for Giulia. And the swing by Lauren, that's it's an overpass. Another swing for Sofia. Not sure if that she would have found the corner. Probably Maria doesn't know either, but to be honest, was a good movement for a middle on defense. She just was not lucky enough to keep up the ball. And now Sofia at the serving line. It's a jump float serve. It's a very good pass by number 8 there. And good tip and good defense. Free ball, Rockford Manor middle there, trying to do the best on that free ball. Now Fatima picking up that defense. That's another pass of the set, but well handled by Coláiste in a problematic situation. Rockford Manor gets himself another spike, and going down to the middle. Ball coming from behind, you can't do much as a middle, but Lauren plays it in a nice way. Now bit of mishap there between Lauren and Sofia. Carla for the swing. Kind of missed the ball, but found a great corner. Fatima on a dive on that. And then great block by Valeria Fernandez. And that was one of the first long rally we have seen so far. And I think it brings a lot of energy for Rockford Manor to have won that rally. It's true they're still chasing. They're 2 points behind, but as I said, you can see they can play volleyball. They can play at a higher level. And now the score, an ace. So, of course, change of libero in Coláiste normally could mean that there be the conflict zone, they might not as smooth as always. And then another race there, and I mean, there might be some confusion on who takes and who takes not that ball. And we're speaking there another very young libero, so you can see maybe Sofia and Carla want to take a bit more responsibility. And probably close the seams between players. And they did, and now they force a serve out. But it was a very powerful serve. She was probably looking for another ace there. And now Lauren from the serving line. She's been very consistent so far. And a long one this time. Now Marie for Rockford Manor. And that's a good serve for Sofia on another system pass. Carla manages that spike very well. Number 8 tries to do the same, just out of measure, but not that far off the court, so I can understand what she was doing there. Serena was going for a nice long swing, trying to catch them all by surprise, just out. But she's gonna have another chance. Now served by Eva, good pass, good set. Now it's a tip, but this time she finds the block of Fatima. Well positioned, hand on the other side, not so high, but over the net, like we want to do it. Want to see our blockers go over the net. And now Eva for another serve. Score of 9-7. And another good pass by Chiara. Good spike by Valeria. And very powerful but great defense there by Chiara there. And now we have Fatima for a swing. Great angle. Another defense by Chiara. And number 8 now, she was right, she was going down the line, she's seen the setter, very well advanced, took over the tip. There was actually nobody to defend the long line. She just found the top of the net. That was very unlucky because she has seen that gap, and if she was just a bit over the net, she would have scored that point. Now Eva for another serve. And Chiara for another great pass. Now Valeria going to that corner, and she finds that spot that Caterina was looking for earlier. So we see Coláiste setter normally staying in a very advanced position, which leaves a lot of responsibility to the outside hitter in position 6. I'm quite sure they do play this way, so they know that they have that responsibility. And now you can see a great swing by Carla. Defense tried to put an offense there, but they couldn't hold the ball in their side. And now Carla for the serve. She hasn't scored an ace yet. Let's see if she wants to do one. And now it's an overpass, but that's an overpass that caused mishap because that we see a young middle, very talented middle, Nadia, that she's probably her 2nd year of volleyball. And even though she has great skill and everything, now how to deal with those balls that come straight back. She hasn't played enough matches yet to understand, can I spike it? Will I leave it to the defense? And that will happen earlier. But that's how middles learn, through mistake. It's one of the most difficult positions to learn because you're actually in the middle of the court. You're normally interfering with everyone. But when you overcome the first couple of years of frustration, believe me, it's a nice position to play. And that was a great swing. And now we go to serve. That's a good pass. Now try to solve by the setter. And a great block, but that's a self-cover there. I think it was called as a lift. Okay. And as I said, strict but fair. It's gonna be your new nickname, Dave, when you're gonna hear me again. Strict but fair. Now we have Katerina to serve. It's a good pass, good serve, good spike. And even if there was no net touch, that was a very good action from Coláiste's side. You can see, if you can see the referee talking, he's not talking to himself, okay? He's connected to the second ref. We are on high advanced technology. The two referees are wearing a headphone and mic so they can talk to each other, and it's great to see even on a school level competition two referee of this caliber. Amazing two referee we have, Dave Dalton and Matthew Van Riet, and that was a great serve by Fatima as well. That's resulted in an ace and 14-10 for Coláiste. On the net now, serve, and probably went a bit too far. And now it's the captain, Maria, serving for Rockford Manor. Rockford Manor is there. They're pushing Coláiste. They are not letting Coláiste go away like they did on the first set. So everything can happen now. Great swing by Sofia again on the corner, but the middle there now put that defense, and it's great to see tip for Lauren cover by number 13, and there's a net touch by Sophia Lynch. Hit it. Set it straight away. Me landed on net. And only 2 points distance. And that's a very good pass for Sofia. Now a back set for the middle. We haven't seen that a lot in youth competition. And then another great swing. The middle now understood what Sofia is doing, going for her, but it's a very good middle and defense. Another back set for the middle. Still 2 under the net, so she can't use the full power. Tip, but well picked up by Fatima. Now Sofia for another swing, and Middleton, no, high defend as good as a libero. Free ball now, let's see what they can do. Going to the middle again off the block. It's a great rally, might be lacking a bit of power. Now Carla handling that defense precisely. And a swing of Sofia, she probably hurt me. Like she went for the power, but then she closed a bit to match the angle, so that she found the net. But you can see a nice display of volleyball. We want to see more opposite. Eva maybe had that in mind too. She went for Fatima again. Fatima maybe was not expecting the ball. She wasn't called in action so far. From the backcourt, so I can understand why she was caught by surprise. Timeout now for Coláiste because the point is even, and they know themselves. They know what they can do, and probably they want to have a chat. Say, girls, probably it's time to fly away. And it's YMCA, guys. Stretch your legs. And now I can see the Coláiste supported dancing. I can see the Rockford Manor supported dancing. And I see our speaker dancing, even though it was up 6 o'clock laying down this floor, but the energy is up. We want more noise from our supporter. And that's good serve, great pass. Another back set. Rockford Manor reads this play. And tried to recover that ball, but ended up on a 4 touches. So the timeout was effective. It brought the side out Coláiste was looking for, and Sophia Lynch to the serve. Carla Ortiz back to the front court, probably giving Coláiste that power they were missing to close the point. Great serve this time. Matilde cannot do anything about it. Try to cast swing off her arm. And that can happen with floating serve. At that age, the shoulder strength of those players might not be fully developed yet. So it's very hard to deal with floating serve that's just swing off your body. And us coaches sometimes go to the player and say, come on, do better, but they actually don't have that body muscle yet fully developed. And then you can see a play through the middle on a pass that probably wasn't the best to play with the middle, which put the middle always then we blame the player that missed the spike, but at this stage it was a very hard set to deliver. Fair play to try, but normally I would like to push that ball to the outside hitter, because for the middle ball that comes from behind, very hard to solve. And now it's a free ball for Rockford Manor. Great swing down the line by Muire, and you can see those players getting confident. Probably that's what Coláiste doesn't want them to become, because I can see they have the skill, they can see they have the skill, and once they keep them on an even score, it's gonna be very hard for them when it comes to the end of the set. Oh, that was a great serve just above the net, and now Carla down. She closes the angle a bit more. She doesn't go full power, ball a bit off the net, but she rolled it just enough to not to find the defender. Now Lauren serving. Now jump float serve. Great pass by Matilde. And net touch by Nadia. Call, the spike was in anyway. That was a great spike by Valeria, but net touch arrived before. I can see there's a lot of supporters for Matilde writing on the chat. I'm quite sure, Matilde, your coach, and it'll be proud of seeing you playing like this. And that's a great serve. Found just a short serve in a corner that it's very hard to receive. Julia tries a dive on it, but still not enough. And then we have Carla, good pass, high ball for her. Now she goes down, but Muire put a great defense there. Backcourt for the opposite, number 13. Now it's a result in a free ball for Rockford Manor. Katerina, a great pass. And now Valeria for the swing. The setter of Coláiste takes Eva. Carla down for another swing. Overpass. And had to resolve again. And now off the hands of the block. Scores the point. Eva for the serve. It's not powerful, but has a odd spin to it and makes it very hard for the player of Rockford Manor to receive. Another serve, a bit more powerful, but in direction of Matilde, which said no problem there. And then Nadia for another net touch at the net. Now it's 18-19, 19-19 the score actually. And yes, fault on the top of the net. Or not. There was a net touch on the top by Maria. Dave called the fault, was just double checking with the second ref. He was right on what he's saying. Yeah, she did miss the ball. Like from here, I can't see if she touched the net. There was no much complaint from the player, so I can see. Now Carla, she looked for that before. She wanted a previous serve, she wanted an ace, she got an overpass. Now she got what she wanted, and that's an ace for her. And timeout for Langford. Now we see Jana Langford, which is the coach of Rockford Manor. She's a very experienced player, and coach rightly calling a timeout to stop one of the strongest servers of Coláiste from her streak. And I'm quite sure all the girls of Rockford Manor can benefit of Jana's advices. Now Coláiste decides to swap libero, so the Irene is back in for Julia. Probably just want to make sure everybody feels as comfortable as possible on court. You know, it's a great swing there, great defense by Irene. Just go back on court and say, yeah, I'm here, don't worry. I covered that. That's a great save by Marie, and it's a free ball now for Coláiste. Let's see if they can finalize it. Back set for Fatima. Great block by Maria, but it's still in play. She was making celebration already, but it was a good cover. And that big shot roll by Sofia. It's a free ball now for Coláiste. Great pass. Going down to the middle and out this time. Great rally. And it's 20-21 for the serving side 20, receiving side 21. How would you would call this way in tennis? Second ref making sure that the score table is up to speed, but the scorekeeper are no stranger to volleyball. They're both under 18 national players, so they know how a score sheet works. And then Sofia for the swing defense, but it's an overpass, can keep her on her side. Another attempt for Coláiste, but tip well picked up. And now another one, back set for Fatima. Great block again, and this time she can celebrate. That was a great block for Maria. And it's an even score. It's 21-21. And that serve on Carla. Again for the middle, and this time she fouls the block because nobody was expecting her to set again to the middle. So no block, defense caught out of surprise, and that soft tip on a spot that creates trouble at any level and at any age. And gets back 1 point lead and serve for Nadia. It's a good pass for the middle there, saves the ball. Well spied, but then again another occasion for Coláiste in the net. That's what you don't want to do now at this stage of the competition. It is a real opportunity for Rockford Manor. Coláiste has their powerhouse on the backcourt. Yeah, they have back their main middle front court. Back to the opposite with a soft tip, force Matilda to a dive, and then we have a great spike for the opposite. Carlo defends it, and Sofia this time on court, but well defended. Another ball, and we have for the middle, going to the long corner. It's going to be another free ball. Carla taking that one. Again, down to the middle, a bit off, but net touch by number 11 this time. The ball was off, was still diving on it. Great to see the effort, and that's the game we wanted, tight. We see how those players will deal under pressure. And now Fatima for baseline. Again, another serve on the net. Can't find the court today, but it's not a problem. She has her teammate to rely on. There is another action. There is a pass, there is a spike, there is a block. There's a lot of things you can do to help your team. And now it's Maria serving for Rockford Manor, helping her team. That's a back set, saved by Sofia. No net touch this time. We're going back to the opposite dam middle, and another opportunity. That's Valeria. They're calling for a double, and that's 4 touches for Coláiste. I'm not sure if they were right to call for that double. And 24-23, set point for Rockford Manor. And will be number 11 to the serve. Can she go back after a timeout and deliver a great serve? We have seen a Rockford Manor type of play, improving, opening the net. The setter number 2, she's doing a great job, Martina, because she plays with the middle, she plays with the upper, she plays with the outside hitter. So it becomes more complicated for Coláiste's defense to line up and set up. And now they have to stay focused if they want to open this set again, or we just go to the third set. There was just a tiny bit of delay to put a plaster on player number 12. If you are bleeding, you cannot take the court, and that's probably it works in most of the sports. Number 12 deliver another great serve. Sofia passing now down to the outside hitter. Sofia for the spike, but great defense there. And another good defense by Carla. Sofia has to do the hard job again, go to a different angle. It was a good angle, but then again, Valeria for the swing. And now middle, well read by number 8 there. Irini reads this defense too. We're playing a back set. The middle wasn't ready, but takes out the setter out of this action. And another set to the outside hitter. Very long shot, and this time successful for Sofia. And I know some of these players, I can see that they are not using their full power. And that's the moment when a player would say, okay, I don't want to make a mistake. But at the same time, when you have that in your mind, you might end up making a mistake. So my advice to the young player, just go and kill the ball. Just go and kill the ball, no matter what. And that's good serve, long, great receive by Matilde there. Great tip, great vision of this game by Chiara. She could see that nobody covering that tip. The block was well positioned, and this time the libero could not do anything to save. So it's another set point for Rockford Manor, and Chiara to the serve. It's a good pass by Sofia. Again, through the middle. Middle tried to do what they've done before and successful on it. So goes, she had a double block. It wasn't a tip, it was a volley, but still very successful. And 25-25, Lauren serving. She was very powerful from the baseline the previous set. She hasn't found the court this time, and again, might be this side of the court, but unlucky again, finds the net. It's also the end phase of a set, so you don't go serving with the same state of mind. Then Muire with a great serve. Now Carla's back in, and instead of going powerful like everybody expected, she display what she can do. She can play indoors, she can play on the beach. And I'm quite sure somebody from Spain is watching too, and being very proud of the athlete she became coming this year to Ireland. Now it's a good tip by Caterina, well picked up by the setter. That's a great dive. It's an overpass, but well handled by Fatima. Now it's a free ball for Rockford Manor. Go for Valeria. Great spike off the block. I like the power. I really like that power that I want to see in young players. No fear. At the end of the day, it's just a match. It's just a volleyball game. Just go and play your best. And that's after a great spike, you can go and serve with confidence. And she has a great jump floating serve, so she might finish this set here. Not this time. Jinx of the speaker. Forgive me, Valeria, forgive me. And now we have Carla serving. Is she hungry? Does she want an ace? Well, she wanted to, but Chiara said, no, not on my watch. It's a good spike, great defense, and now Sofia again, hard job. So it was a great spike and another great defense by number 12, Marie. Now it's a free ball, and then the middle doing exactly what she did before. It takes, as I said, it takes a lot of experience to know how to deal with those balls. And we're speaking with somebody that's it's not played that many matches to know when you can leave the ball or when you take the ball. And I feel for Nadia because every middle that has learned to be a middle has gone through that, has gone exactly through the same mistake. So don't worry, that frustration will pass. And that's an out ball that gives the set to Rockford Manor. So we are tied now, and we are definitely for a 4th set. Now stretch your legs, jumps, and now you see finally the Rockford Manor supporter. They are more than the Coláiste supporter. They haven't made much noise so far, but finally they got alive. It's at the score 29-27. This is more the real reflection of what this game should be. It's a senior cup final for school competition. So that's what it's all about. And that's a bit what I was saying about the dancing. Don't get me wrong, I like the dancing. I like that. But that can create a bit of lack of focus. So the thing is, until it's the end of the game, you want to stay in court. Focus on what's happening in this orange rectangle. If you take your attention off, it's very hard to go back in. It takes a while. And that's something that I stress a lot on my player. You know, isolate, there is music, there are spectators, there are referees, there are coaches, there are speakers, there is cameras. But when you play, you have to isolate and play. It's for yourself, for your team, for your teammates, and that's all that matters. So if you want to bring the result home, it's very important to stay locked in that orange rectangle. And that's my 2 cents for today. I'm not going to give any more advices or secrets. Back in action now, third set. Now a bit of change on the Coláiste's team. So now we will see Coláiste play with 2 setters on court, going back to a more conservative style of play. So you say number 7, Ivana, she took the court on the first set to substitute Eva as a setter. So they stayed on the first set still on a 5-1 format. Now they revert to a 4-2 format just to probably give a bit more calm to the team. It's something that I know very well. It's something less complicated to do. And why Rockford Manor confirming the starting 6 we have seen so far. That's a great spike from number 11 and also a touch by Nadia. So Rockford Manor comes back in very strong. They have no intention to bring Coláiste back into this game, but I'm quite sure that it's not only up to them to decide. Martina taking the serve. First serve for Rockford Manor on the third set. Not a great pass. Ivana could not fix that, and then it was miscommunication there on who was saving that ball. And now you have another serve. Great serve, just above the top of the net. There's amazing power there. And now Katerina, but defense a bit too close to the top of the net. And you want to try to save that ball, but out. And another serve for Martina. I see Eduardo saying, I'm doing a great job with the comment. Thank you so much, Eduardo. Great that you are watching us. Probably some of your players are here. Now it's a good swing, overpass, and Nadia this time. Nice and tidy. She said, yeah, I have it. I'm not going to run a net touch this time. Closing there. And Carla at the serve. Now we have almost 5 receivers trying to get this serve up. But not this time. These players, you know, she's well known, very well known to me at least. And she's probably one of the players that she decides that she wants to bring the game home. She can do it. She has the potential and talent to do it. And if she sets her mind into something, she normally gets it. So now it's going to be a fun match to watch. And another great serve going down right in the corner. Matilda is a bit alone there. But that's what can happen when you put 5 receivers. Like, then it's a lot of seams, a lot of conflict zones. Who's taking the ball? Trying to cover a lot of court. Sometimes you can't see the ball properly. So there are plus and minuses of putting 5 receivers. And that was one of the minus again. The middle takes that ball, but then there is not enough height or court for the setter to run. So we are looking at a setter here that is coming from position 1. So there is a lot of court to get to that ball. And another serve, so now Coláiste is 4-3. And again, a serve. Middle takes responsibility for it. Better than the last time. Great swing by number 13, but even better defense by Irini. Now Fatima down the line as an outside hitter. So what Fatima has been playing earlier was an opposite, but now she's been moved because of the 4-2 system that Coláiste is acting now. She's plays on an outside hitter. But what I want to mention, that great defense on the long corner by Irini, because you don't see that often. And Carla for another serve. Another powerful serve, well picked up now by player number 8. The ball was in, a great powerful spike. Another great defense by Irini there. Free ball for Rockford Manor. And now going to the middle, great spike there by Maria. Blocked and covered. Now it's a free ball, but that's a naughty free ball because it goes straight down one. The setter is backward for Rockford Manor. That corner is uncovered. And Carla for another serve, this time out. But she has done a great job for Coláiste because she brought back Coláiste on top, 6-4 now. They were down 3 points, and now they're 2 points up. So a great job. Now Katerina for the serve, good, powerful serve. Really tried to do what she can, and now it's a free ball for Rockford Manor. Opposite for a tee, Perini reads it. And now back to Fatima, left-handed. And a great swing. The defense was trying the best there, a bit too long for the setter to reach. And now Nadia, baseline. And that's a good serve that swings off the hands of number 12. Free ball now. Fatima for another swing. She's left-handed, so even if the ball is wide, she can find that long corner. The ball was in. It was a great swing. And yeah, that was a great action. And that's sometimes you can see in younger teams, simpler is better. So they play in a simpler format. Us coaches, high-performance coaches at least, might not like it. I don't personally like too much the 4-2 system, but I understand why it delivers most results. At the same time, it doesn't give them enough responsibility. You know, you make life a bit too simple for them. And then happens they don't know how to deal with the pressure moment or a higher level of the game. This time, confusion on Coláiste's side, so who takes the ball again? It was more of a deal, more of an issue of who's going to take that ball and save it. And no one really took that responsibility, giving Maria a serve. And it's a good pass by Carla. Now a pass by Ivona. She wasn't probably feeling too confident to volley that high ball. Even though there's no rule about, there is no double anymore if the ball stays on your side, you can still see younger setter being a bit afraid of volleying high balls, afraid committing a double. It's something that is going to take them a while to get adjusted if the rule is in 1 year. Now it's a nice bit shot for Fatima there, but well picked up by number 12. Another spike for Fatima this time. Long instead of short. Again, we are covering. She's going to look for a long shot in 6, which is probably the most problematic shot that Rockford Manor can have, considering their defense system. It's what we normally don't train. It's to spike in 6. Because normally in 6 there is the block. And it's true, Rockford Manor has good blockers, so I can understand why they play like that. But then if the block doesn't close on the outside, because they leave the outside hitter that is in 6 really well advanced, then they run cover on that shot. We coach, normally it's the least favorite shot we have. It's to spike in 6, because normally you either find the middle blocker or a defender. But in this case, Coláiste should really, really go down there because it's going to create trouble. And that's, this time the ball is out. Valeria was claiming for the ball in, but a good call by the ref. And Fatima now going to serve. She wasn't lucky in the previous set. Let's see if she can fix her serve. And she does. So it might be a case that those players prefer to play on the right side. Sometimes the side matters. In case it goes to the 5th set, it's a note for the coach. Back on court after the timeout. And Fatima back to serve, see what she can do after a timeout. That's great serve and an overpass. So now it's free ball. Going down to the middle. Middle changes corner this time. She was picked up when she was going down to 1. And middle by middle, Valeria, she makes a tip and was not well handled this time by Coláiste. And now Muire serving. There's something with the score table, probably was about the score, and it's 12-7. Yeah, they flipped the wrong point. It's very nice to see the referee are doing a great job, keeping the scorekeeper on their toes. And now it's Carla for the spike. It's an overpass and out. That's the powerful spike she can do, and we need to probably see a bit more of it. How we call it in Italy, it's probably they are not giving them enough ball. But I can understand that you can't always give the ball to your strongest player. So, and sometimes that happens too, that even your strongest player can't deliver. But that's okay, that's fine. And those girls are really 16, 17, some of them might be 18. So it's those mistakes can happen. The most important thing is just get over it as soon as possible. So it's a serve for Valeria. That's a great float serve, 5-5, very hard to receive. Carla do what she can, and now she goes down to 6. Like I say, it's an overpass. And now it's a tip for the middle. It's got picked up and a free ball again. Going back down to Carla now. And now she's soft rolling it because she has done 2 powerful spikes. She knew everybody was waiting for the high shot, and then she just decides, okay, so I'm just going soft. Great maturity, especially she turned 16 this year. And now you have Eva, the captain, serving 14-8. And number 13 now can't do the perfect pass she has done in the previous set. Giving a free ball and another powerful spike to Carla. And another serve for Eva. That's a good pass by Marie. And now we have good shot longer for Katerina with Fatima stay a bit longer than the players. And Matilda on a great defense down that corner. Maria for the spike, great block by Nadia. But well done on the cover there. And now we have the setter kind of didn't know what to do. She said, okay, I'm going to ball on the other side. Backcourt opposite. Now it's a pass on the other side. Well protected by Rockford Manor setter, and point for them. Yeah, Martina did a very good job there. The ball was going to her side. She said, I'm nice, tidy, I'm just jumping, put the ball down. And then Rini, the libero of Coláiste, could not do anything about it. Now Martina for the serve. On Rini again. Now ball off the net. Carla has to place that ball in the middle of the court. Giving Rockford Manor great chance of break point that has not been capitalized there, and sent Carla to the serve. Carla has kept the serve for 5 turns earlier in this set on the previous turn of serve. Let's see what she can do now. And that's a good serve on the seams, create trouble, but somehow Rockford Manor manages to save that ball, and now Fatima for the spike. And great defense and great effort from all the players of Rockford Manor, keeping this ball alive, just unlucky doing it on the third touch. After this great effort, probably you just want to give yourself time to breathe. Refocus, reconnect, because now you had to receive again, and there is a tough client on the other side. But great receive by Maria, was an even very powerful serve, but even better block by Nadia, and it's great to see these from a player that has struggled on the previous set. She had a few net touches, she was cause of a bit of mishaps in the court, but then you go back on the third set, and I said, no, like I know how to play, I know what I can do, I know I can block. And nowadays was Carla changing her serve. She went from very too powerful serve to a very short serve, and catching the player number 11 out of time. So that was great choices by Carla. Now a powerful serve, so she's variating, and it's a free ball. And Ivana for the set goes to the middle this time. Nadia gets blocked by Maria. Maria is a very good blocker for what I can see. Now that's the opposite of Rockford Manor on a tip, but Eva, she's there covering the tip, so they have to push longer. And now this time, the middle of Rockford Manor being exactly in the middle of the setter. We do it all the time. It's hard to get out of the way of the setter sometimes. You need to have a great vision of the court and of the movement of your teammates, so that can happen. Now, a substitution, you have Jessica Byrne for Eva O'Connor, and you have Kala Turney for Carla. So we're on a score of 29. The coach feels confident they can do without Carla on court. Kala goes to the baseline. Jessica is another setter. So you see Coláiste and Muire coming with 3 setters on the bench. The second referee now asking the coach who's the captain on court. And the captain on court is number 10. And now Kala turning for the serve. And oh, there was a timeout called by the coach. That was the whistle was about. But it was a good serve for what that matter. Just, you know, you just came in on court and you're called to serve. Let's see if you can do it again after timeout. I'm quite sure the coach of Coláiste is going to say, girls, it doesn't matter who's on court. We want to keep the focus up. Don't let them come back and bite us because there is another set to play. And I'm quite sure that what Rockford Manor coach is going to say, girls, you do have all the capabilities to get back into this game. 1 point after another, one at a time. Don't think now to close it now. We need to get back into the game and get ready. If not for this set, for the next set. So that's at least what I would say if I was in either of those benches. And now Kala can go to serve this time for real. And she keeps the serve in. Well done after timeout. And it was a great spike there. But well defended. Now another spike there for Chiara. Great defense. Irini has shown that she can cover that corner. Now the 2 setters fighting for the third touch. That can happen. Great. Now Kala still on the ball from the setter, but she was kind of right on one decision. The setter was a bit late. Then again, a tip. Coláiste is playing their setter, covering the tip, so that tip has to be done a bit longer. Great swing by Maria, but well defended by Jessica. I must say, those 2 players that came in ready. Now the middle did not decide to block this ball, so she picked the tip, and now Padima for the swing. Well defended by Marie. And it's a free ball for Coláiste. Irini calling it. Well done. And now going down to the middle. Nadia down to 6. And it's another free ball. Now this time decide to pass it, and she gets herself a net roller. And then a great initiative by number 8 there, because she catches everyone by surprise with a push tip, and then the middle cannot do much about it. There is a serve for number 8 and rotation fall for Coláiste, because the middle was in the wrong position. She was wandering on court where she had to stand. Nobody could actually tell her which was the right position. The double sub confused them, so now they are in the right positioning. And it's a serve that probably has taken a toll on number 8's shoulder. But again, those mistakes can happen. Just move on. Just part of the process to learn. Now, Nadia taking the baseline. Great serve just above the net, but Matilde with another great pass. And I think that ball was out. Defender says, I didn't touch her. The referee says, I did not touch her. I think she probably removed her hands just in time to not touch that ball. And now it's 22-11, Nadia for the serve. And the ball is in this time, landing straight on the line. Player of Rockford Manor saying, no, it's out. I trust the referee on the decision, as always. And now it's Nadia for another serve, 23-11. She's done a great job keeping the streak. And Matilda with a great pass. And now it's up to the spiker. That was a great touch, but players could not reach the ball on time. Nice spike by number 12, Muire. And now Maria, the captain, serving for Rockford Manor. Try to get as many points as possible to get Rockford Manor closer to Coláiste to give us a nice start of the fourth set. And that's Fatima for the spike. Great spike by Chiara and well picked up by Irini. Now Fatima going for looking for that corner and 5, misses it this time. So another serve for Maria. I really like this player. She has been very consistent, very good blocker. She kept her amount of mistake to the bare minimum. That's exactly the player you want on your team. And that's a good serve. That's an ace for Maria. Big shout out for her now. She knows what she has to do and need to get as many points as possible before Coláiste gets to 25. And maybe there is a miracle there. Maybe she can pull 9 points. Jinx of the speaker. Unfortunate, but like this serve won't define her game. Like she's having an amazing game so far. Now it's a set point for Coláiste and another strong server coming on the other side. Ivana with a jump float serve. This time she decides to go short, too short. But probably it's also the right time to try different type of serves. She normally have a very, very long, powerful serve, but with 9-point advantage, probably that's the moment you want to try. Yeah, I can try my shorts, see how they pans out. Now it's a free ball for Coláiste after a great serve of Rockford Manor, and that's another great spike for Valeria, just off the hands of the block. And look at that, Rockford Manor, it's closer and closer to Coláiste. It's 16-24. It's still a hard task to get them to win this set because Coláiste really has 9 set points. But the way Rockford Manor plays is not the way they played at the beginning of the set. So it's great to see they're pulling themselves back together. And great effort on delivering a hard spike, but unfortunately wide. So this is 7th set, goes to Coláiste. And change offside. Stretch your legs. And back in 2.5 minutes, which is normally the time given to the team after swap of cards. back on court for the fourth set. We see Coláiste's player this time way more focused at the swap of court to say, okay, let's bring it home now, don't drag it on. Confirming the first 6 that started the third set, and Rockford Manor confirming the players that have been playing so far. So nothing changed in Rockford Manor's court. And I can understand Jana there, because they've done a great job on the second set. They can do it again. They found a very good opponent on the other side. And now they want to do what they did on the second set. It's gonna be tough, it's gonna be hard, but not impossible. Who wants to see a tiebreak? And that's another good serve from Valeria, picked up by Carla. Now it's a set that was it was very close to the antenna. The second referee thought that it was over the net, but the first ref said, no, ball was clear. I see my antenna very clear, so point for Coláiste. And now Carla for the serve. Muire pushing a great defense, try to play with the opposite. The opposite was coming all the way from 5, so a bit late, and now through the middle out. And we have the setter of Rockford Manor, Martina Ficorella, going for the first serve. And we have the first supporter on the comment for Coláiste, Muire. Lori, thanks for joining us. And serve. The second referee saying something to a bench player that was a bit thirsty. Go back to your square. And now the game can start again. And now I have a great pass from Irini. Good tip now by Nadia. She said, I went out on the first, everybody's betting long, and I'm just gonna make a nice tip just over the block. Well done there. And now is Nadia going to serve after a good point? Normally I have that confidence to deliver a great serve. 5 players receiving there for Rockford Manor. Number 12 this time, not as efficient as normally. Free ball for Coláiste. And that's spike for Fatima down a great angle. Great defense by Matilde, and another free ball. And you can see now, like, it's there's no opposite on Coláiste's side. The game, it's easier to read. It's other middle or outside hitter, but at the same time, it's there's less confusion. You know, it's 1, 2, 3. We know what we have to do as long as we do our touches right. As long as she does as long as the touches are right, that's all good. And that's Nadia, another good serve, this time number 12 with a better pass. Give 13 the chance for a spike off the block, cover by Lauren, and that's it's let's put it this way, simultaneous touch on defense by Fatima. That's probably how the referee has judged this ball. And that's probably what the Rockford Manor players are contesting about. The player has touched the ball in 2 different timing, but at the same time, simultaneous touch is allowed by the rules. And now Nadia for another serve that resulted in an overpass. So easy job now, and Fatima for another great swing, which is almost an overpass. Setter keeps it in play. No, number 8 keeps it in place, not the setter. And yes, now it's a back set for Katerina there. Nadia picking a great defense. Now Fatima, big shot, but well covered by Chiara. Tip, as we said, the setter of Coláiste, they covered that tip on the outside hitter, so Chiara needs to push a bit longer. And now we have a play through the middle, blocked by Maria, and the setter kind of got confused. She probably seen a 4 touches. So she said, no, I'm not going, but actually there was a block touch. Point for Rockford Manor, and serving 2, receiving 4. ball out. This time Katerina cannot find the court. And now you have Ivana from the baseline with a drum float serve, well picked up by Matilde, but then we have a mistake by Marie. Now it's true that Rockford Manor players have been playing all the sets, so probably the jump is not the same as the first set. They have to measure their energy, they find their shot. I'm not sure if that's going to be counted for touches, but probably the judge at number 12 did not touch the ball. So Lauren for a great swing, finally a tighter angle there. But there was a great defense by Matilde on that swing, so fair point to Rockford. Now good pass from Carla and Fatima for a killer spike there down to the 5 position where the middle was defending after a great serve. Now Maria has been proven a great defender, but that spike was really, really powerful. And after that great spike, now Fatima goes to serve. And this time she does find the court. Like we've seen, she has a great powerful serve on the second set. When she came on court, she didn't find the right measure, so she kept finding the top of the net. But now she's flying just above the net, and then it's a very hard one to receive. And it's 8-3 for Coláiste, but I'm quite sure Rockford Manor is not gonna let it go here. But that's another great serve, so it's very hard. I wonder if Jana's gonna pull a timeout now. And Fatima for the serve again. And another ace for her, and that's Jana coming for that timeout. Probably would have done it 1 point earlier. You know, 2 aces on a player like Fatima, it just there's a time to stop it, because like if she starts going on a roll of serve, then it's gonna be problematic. Back from the timeout. Now it's 10-3 for Coláiste. A very tough server on taking the ball now. And let's see what Rockford Manor can do. We have a setter coming from position 5. Probably better line of position now for receiver. And number 8 can keep the ball up. It does result on a free ball, but it's not an ace. So that was a good job. And now great defense by Chiara. Amazing spike by Valeria, picked up by Irini, and it's a free ball now for Rockford Manor. Good pass by that middle. And again, go back to her. 2 blockers, a great defense by Irini. And that defense results in a point. That's what is gonna go on the match report. 1 point scored by the libero. Is that correct? That's what normally scouting software they normally tell you at the end when you scout a match. Well done, Irini. 1 point for you. And then Fatima for another serve, and that's another ace. So she's determined of bringing Coláiste to the victory. We said it before, that's not her last year. She has a brilliant future ahead. and even a busier summer with the national team. And that's another great serve for her. And that is gonna become that moment where we have to do it now, and that's that state of mind that normally doesn't help. It just gets you down in a spiral. But number 8, determined, said, no, not on my watch. So she managed to keep the ball alive. And now Carla for the swing. Finds really the long corner. And another serve for Fatima. So Rockford Manor now really needs to give Coláiste a bit more than a free ball, or if it's a free ball, it needs to go and find the 2 setters, create chaos between 1 and 2 position to give themselves a better chance to offend and side out. And now they go with a soft tip picked up by Carla. Now going back down through the middle, and this time the middle out. So they got themselves the rotation they wanted to. And Chiara is going to the serve. Good serve there. Carla keeping her very good receive. The setter attempt the back set. That was not precise result on a point for Rockford Manor. And I can understand Coláiste setter. Yeah, I can feed the middle a bit more. We are ahead. You know, like I don't really need to go to my being outside hitter there. And that's a great save by Valeria there. She was delivered a very hard ball to Spike. She fisted it on the other side. And then a nice soft serve, taking out Carla, but Carla said, no, I'm back up, what do you think? And she delivers a great spike. It's 15-6 on score, overpass. Nadia getting that ball over, but Rockford Manor keep it in place. Another spike for Carla, this time out. Great elevation, great swing, just a bit too in on the court, set a bit too short. That basically brought all her play on a smaller court, and that's why the ball went out. And that's a good serve by Marie. Forced Carla out of system, plays the ball. Marie said, no, I'm here and defending it. Now, Katerina tried to do what she can. I'm not sure if Katerina had... she did touch her shoulder earlier when she missed a serve. So I'm not sure if that is still a problem. And now number 12, which normally is an outside hitter, going in as a middle blocker. But Coláiste say, yes, we are in a comfort zone, but not comfortable enough to change my outside hitter. We want to give everybody a bit of court, and now this was the only player that had not played yet. Another very young player, second year of volleyball. Not a middle hitter, but she do what she can. I'm quite sure she's happy to take the court. And probably also the Coláiste coaches are thinking, oh, we need to train another middle blockers, because yes, Lauren and Nadia, they have Lauren has another year in school. Nadia 2 or 3 more. But yeah, they only brought 2 middle hitters, so they need more. So maybe they're gonna convert number 12 to this position. Now there was a serve that was out and send Carla to the baseline. And that's a good serve overpass. The libero takes responsibility for his Ivana swing into Fatima, and Fatima gets that point. Now Carla going for another serve. It's 17-8, 18-8 after this one. And good serve, create an overpass. And then Simona, that she's not expecting the ball, just decided, okay, I can tip it. Great talent and potential in this girl. And Carla for the serve. I can see the bench of Coláiste moving their players. It's 19-8, and now that's a good defense by Irini, but then again, confusion. Simona's not a middle hitter. She has to get out to let the setter go. She was delaying herself a bit, and then the setter hesitated to run. But that can happen. They are 10 points ahead. I'm quite sure they're not worried about this miscommunication episode. Number 2 for the serve, great serve. And now we have number 12 tipping and stopping herself for a net touch just in time. Well done to Simona there. Came in to point as well. And now it's a double sub for Coláiste, so it's the 2 outside hitter. We have Sofia for Kala, for Fatima, and Sofia for Carla. So we have rotating the outside hitter. And a score of 29. And you have Simona to the serve, very strong serve, but great receive by Marie. It's a free ball, it's a net roller. And that's, you need luck. You need luck, and by that luck brought the 10 point. Now, I think Rockford Manor here has a window. There's a few different phases in Coláiste's court. Coláiste feels confident that that's not going to change the dynamics and the result of this game. And I understand why. Kala go for the swing, is a soft tip, takes out the setter. So now it's Rockford Manor for the swing. We're going to go through the middle now, experience middle. And probably free ball, and actually it's a point for Coláiste because they can't get the ball over the net. But I would say Rockford Manor here has a window to be aggressive. And another substitution, which is Jessica for Ivana. And considering that we had 4 substitution used by Coláiste now, so Coláiste can only bring back 2 of the main 6. So Rockford Manor starting aggressive now could really create chaos in Coláiste's court. Now Irini, good watch there, and then great swing by the middle, taking out the setter. Now it's the opposite, long. Sofia defend what she can. Irini for Kala. Kala delivering a free ball in a good way because she gets a free ball back. And now for the swing, great swing there, great height. Somehow defended by Rockford Manor and kept alive. It's another free ball, basically 2 libero fighting for the same ball. When I say 2 libero, as I said before, Sofia is played normally a libero for club and national team, so can understand why she wants to do that. And a tip by Kala is a push tip that catches the setter by surprise. So that was a great decision by her, and it's a timeout for Rockford Manor. And that's probably what Jana kind of clicked in mind. She has to tell her players, because yes, I've seen it. I see that there is a possibility of being offensive and create chaos and go back into the game and change the shape of this game. But maybe the girls on court, they did not really realize. They're just too focused on what's happening in their own court to understand that they're given an opportunity here. And that you need your coach to tell you, yes, girls, look at what's happened on the other side. They sub 4 players. Even if things go south for them, they can only bring back 2. So they have to make a tough decision. Let's make them call the tough decision. And that's the coach has to tell the player, be offensive, be aggressive. go and get and fight for your game. And now Jessica for the serve. Let's see if they can do that. And she gets lucky with a net roller. And the last thing that Rockford needs is Coláiste to have luck. They don't need it. And it's another good serve, left-handed setter there. And number 12 for the swing, defended by Jessica. Now Kala for the swing, a bit short, wasn't fully sure of taking that ball, ended up on the net. And point for Rockford Manor. Maria, we've seen that she can keep cool under pressure. Go for the serve, great serve. Pushes Sofia on a receive off the net, middle, placing the ball long in 6, defended, great swing by Muire, and now another play by the middle, now going down to Chiara, which defended and spike at the same time. But another great defense, and now we have Kala long, taking the setter out, gaining herself a free ball. Irini taking that free ball, well done. And then you have the middle with a soft beach, still alive, but not for long. And now it's match point for Coláiste, and they really have 13 match point. So a job that is close to impossible for Rockford Manor. Not impossible until it's finished, but that's a hard comeback. Kala for the serve. Out. So the first one, it's gone. 12 more to go. Can Chiara do 12 serves? Can keep the serve for 12 times? Something that professional players struggle with. We are asking that to do to an under 18 girl. We'll see if she can do it. Great first serve and great first defense by Chiara. Play to the middle. Valera's been very consistent, but this time too long, which gives the crown to Coláiste Muire, our school champion that completed the poker, and this year Coláiste Muire has won basically everything at school level. Well done, fair play to Rockford Manor. Thanks everyone for watching us, and stay tuned. We are back at 7:30 for Division 2 final. Thank you again, and well done to Coláiste Muire.